true. Terrific. Rio Brown take the draw. Terriers win it back. Take along the far boards. Go over the Flyers blue line and played back out by Thompson. Mason gets taken down. Falls hard. Brown picks up the loose puck, skates it in, lets one go. Blocker saved by the Terriers. And he'll cover that for the whistle. Brown wins the draw. Loose puck gathered by the Terriers. Mason picks it up. Lets one go just wide. Brown in the corner with Critchley. Critchley moving it up to the half boards to Brown. Brown sends it there. Almost left it there for Thompson. Plays it off the boards to keep the play in. Critchley battles for it. Comes out of the zone. Pushing and shoving along the bench. Offsetting Miners, so 5-on-5. And the face-off be in the Terrier zone. Middlehurst takes the draw. He'll win it back to Martin. Martin lets one go just wide of the net. Clark in the near corner. Let's go to Tribble. Tribble dumps it back in to Middlehurst. Middlehurst behind the net. To Martin. Martin sends it back to Tribble or Middlehurst. Play to the blue line. Tribble. Pass it to the near boards for Martin. Martin couldn't quite get a piece of it to get it in. Back in the Flyers zone. Tribble backhands to the blue line. Kept in by the Terriers. Puck behind the Flyers net. Campbell plays along the near boards to Martin. Martin lifts it to Clark. Just hops over his stick. Terriers dump that back in the Orangeville zone. Tribble gets it to Campbell behind the net. He'll fire it to the half boards. And Martin will let that go into the Terrier zone. Flyers are changing. Terriers dump it into the Flyers zone. All the way around the boards to the far corner. Campbell lets it go. Tribble. Centering pass. Saved by Patrica. Nugent gets a piece of it. Sends it down the ice. Not hard enough for icing. Arkima's in on the forecheck. Terriers will fire it around the boards. Gets it to the blue line and out. Nugent bumps his man. Bouncing puck lands in the Flyer zone. Arkima off the boards to the blue line. Gets it out. Brown giving chase. Icing's waved off. Brown's on his man. Gets the puck in the near corner. Right to the blue line. Kept in. Shot. Just gets saved by the Terriers goalie, Thompson. Fires that puck back in behind the net. Puck comes to the Terriers blue line and they'll chip it out. Back to the Flyer zone. Picked up by number 3. Sorry, I'm not sure who that is. Shot and glove save. Got no name. God. Middlehurst steps in to take the draw, won by the Terriers. They'll fire it around the far boards, behind the net, kept in by Campbell. He'll let a shot go just wide of the net. Mason. Centering attempt into Critchley's feet. He's back. Terriers pick it up along the half boards. Kept in by Hobor. He'll turn and fire it towards the net. Get a skate and deflected wide. Middlehurst applying pressure. Picked up by the Terriers. They'll get to the blue line and out. Kicked into the Flyer zone. Hobor bumps his man. Puck centered. Played up by Campbell. And Terriers will dump that back in. Hobor behind his net. Sends it to the blue line, not out. Terriers will dump it back in the Flyer zone. Campbell to the near boards. Terriers let one go. Pad save by Tricka. Terriers pick up that rebound. Hobart with a good stick. Sorry, that was Middlehurst. Played off the boards to Mason. Mason gets it out of the zone and into the Terriers' territory. Critchley in on the forecheck. Terriers fire that all the way down, and that'll go for icing. Brown's in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers to the far corner. Played down behind the net. Tribble pinches, gets a piece of it to keep the play down deep. Thrown to the blue line by the Terriers. And they'll just chip it through neutral ice. Skated into the Flyers' zone. Shot wide of the net. Rebound comes to the far blue line. Shot tipped wide. Brown bumps his man, gets the puck to Tribble. Tribble cross ice to Martin. Martin up to Clark at center ice. Clark gets the blue line. Drops it there for Brown. Brown couldn't quite get a shot off. Martin comes in hard, gets it to the far corner, picked off by the Terriers. Cross ice pass in over the Flyers' blue line. Taken down by Thompson. Brown picks up that loose puck. Lifts it to Clark at the blue line. He'll let it go out of the zone. Terriers dump it back in. They'll have to regroup because they're offside. Tribble to Clark. Flyers are changing. Clark didn't have anybody to give it to. Picked up by the Terriers. Walks in, shot high and wide of the net. Puck in behind the Flyers' net. Centering attempt. Picked off by Tribble. Shot way wide of the net. Terriers play that behind the Flyers' net. Middlehurst takes down his man, gets the puck along the half boards. Skates it out through neutral ice. Walks over the blue line, gets bumped, sends the puck towards the net. And Terriers to clear that down the ice. Hobart touches it, so no icing. Trick out to play it to Hobart. Hobart just gets it over the blue line. And Terriers will steal it. Good defensive play by Krause. Gets the puck out of the Orangeville zone. And Terriers will fire that over the boards. 8:53 to go in the first period. Brown in to take the draw. He'll win it back to Krause. Krause, patient, gets it out into the Terrier zone. Play to the blue line and out. Past everybody. Hobart regroups in his own zone. Stops and then fires it out. Gets it to the blue line, not out. Terriers dump that puck back in the near corner. Play to the blue line and dump back in. Brown off the glass to the Terriers' blue line. They'll just backhand it out. Hobart attacks the puck, gets it to the blue line, not out. Bouncing puck in front, shot, saved by Petricka, and he'll cover that for the whistle. Late poke, draws the crowd. Brown to take the draw. He'll win it to the far boards. Picked up by the Terriers. Play behind the net. Puck comes up to the half boards. Critchley fires it off the boards to neutral ice. Terriers will just dump it back in. Critchley's there to intercept that pass. Gives it to Campbell. Campbell cross to Mason. Mason lifts it through neutral ice into the Terrier zone. Brown's there on the forecheck. Gets a piece of it to the far corner. Brown pinned along the boards, picked up by the Terriers. Mason misses his hit. Terriers walk out into the Orangeville zone. Centering a pass, just out of everybody's reach. Puck comes to the near boards. Brown battling in the near corner. Thompson lifts it off the boards to Mason. Couldn't quite get enough of it to get it out. Critchley gets a second effort to send the puck out of the zone. Terriers in Flyer zone again. Puck's in deep. Thompson gets bumped into the boards after he Unloads it to Campbell on the far side. Clearing attempt to center ice. Clark to Mason. Mason back to Clark. Clark has his pocket pick. Terriers pick it up and dump it behind the Flyers net. All the way around, kept in, shot, deflected and in. .6:57 to play in the first period. Middlehurst wins the draw to Clark, just over his stick. Terriers dump that in from center ice. Rebound. Sorry, the puck comes all the way around the far boards in front of the Flyers bench. Picked up by Hobart. He'll play it off the boards. Played back to the point. Shot wide of the net. Clark, he's there to stop that one. Sends it back in to Tribble. Tribble to Middlehurst. Middlehurst skates around his man to the blue line and out. Lifts it high into the Terrier zone. And gives chase. Terriers penalty, 2 minutes for slashing. Brown's in to take the draw. Middlehurst back on D. Brown wins it to Middlehurst at the point. Sends it in for Critchley. Terriers play it off the glass and send it all the way down the ice. Patrick will cover that one for a whistle. Brown in to take the draw again. Won by the Terriers. Playing back out the blue line. Critchley with a good block. Gets over the blue line with the puck shot. Blocker save. Good effort. Loose puck in front. Picked up by the Terriers. They'll lift it out. Send it the length of the ice. Patrick will play that up for Hobart. Hobart leaves it for Brown, but nobody's talking out there. Brown picks up the puck. In over the Terrier zone. Lets one go. High and wide of the net. Rebound comes to Critchley along the far boards. Terriers get a piece of it and fire it to the blue line. Kept in, just out by Middlehurst. And he's going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. .105 to go in the Terriers penalty. Four on four for minute 5. Mason wins the draw to Thompson. Thompson sends it behind the net to Campbell. Campbell off the far boards to Brown. He tips a piece of it at center ice and just gets out. Brown in, take the draw again. He'll win it back just into the Orangeville zone. Picked up by the Terriers. They'll skate it to the far corner. Campbell all over his man. Brown steps up, gets it to Thompson. Thompson at the blue line, gets his pocket picked again. Campbell picks up that loose puck behind his net. Fires it to the blue line, kept in by the Terriers. They'll play it off the boards. Brown with a good stick to break up that play. Loose puck. Brown, patient. Gets stepped into with a knee. No call. Brown. And he'll get it. Bad play. 4 minutes. Nugent in to take the draw. He'll win it back to Campbell. Campbell gets a piece of it. Fires it to the blue line and out. Nugent was going to go on a forecheck, but remembered it was 5-4 on 3. Played to the Orangeville blue line and shot. Blocked by Thompson. Terriers with the puck, deep in the Flyer zone. 5 on 3, 45 seconds. Shot. Just trickled in. Tricker got a piece of it, but the rebound rolled in. Nugent in to take the draw again. He'll win it back to Tribble. Tribble plays it off the near boards into the Terrier zone. Gotta go deep. Nugent in on the forecheck. Terriers played puck back behind their net. Regroup. Begin to skate it out at their blue line. They get the red line and dump it in. Hobor, far corner. Didn't quite get a piece of the puck to clear it out. Terriers with control of it behind the Flyers net. Played to the blue line. Shot. Glove down by Patrica. .305 to go in Brown's penalty. Nugent in, take the draw again. He'll win it. It's 3 in a row. Hobor lets it go. Terriers pick it up behind the net. Skated to the near corner. Dribble. Played to the blue line. In. Shot. High blocker side. .320 to play in the first period. Clark in to take the draw. He'll win that one back. Loose puck picked up by the Terriers. They'll walk into the Flyer zone. Back to the point. Back into the near corner deep. Cross ice. Loose puck. Shot. Wide of the net. Terriers with control of the puck in the Flyer zone. Put it in deep. Off a skate behind the Flyers net. Terriers bring it to the far corner. Try to get it to the point. Off a skate. Hobor. Loose puck in front. Bad save by Patrica. Terriers come out with it. Shot. Wide of the net. Dribble. Gets a piece of it and he'll send it to the length of the ice. 1 minute to go on the Orangeville penalty. 2:25 to go in the period. Terriers into the Orangeville zone. Takes a funny hop off the boards, comes almost back to the blue line. Terriers regrouping, shot. 2 pad saves by Patrica. Flyers get a piece of it and dump it down the ice. Terriers begin their breakout through neutral ice into the Flyer zone. Puts the brakes on at the bench. Critchley applying good pressure. Terriers back to the blue line. That one goes, shot. Picked off in front. Campbell gets a piece of it and he'll dump that the rest of the way down the ice. 16 seconds to go on the Flyers penalty. Critchley in on the forecheck. Terriers up center ice. Played back into their own zone. Over the Flyers blue line. Shot blocked in front by Thompson. Loose puck. That'll do it for the Flyers penalty. Back to 5 on 5. Shot. Glove down by Patrica. 1:12 to go in the first period. Middlehurst in to take the draw. He'll win it to the far boards to Hobor. Terriers dump it back in. Krause to the blue line. Kept in there. Shot. Easy save for Patrick. Middlehurst in. Take the draw again. He'll win it back. Kraus plays it behind the net to the far boards. Critchley with a good stick. Bouncing puck. Gets it to Mason. Mason in over the blue line. Let's shot goal scored! Orangeville goal by number 22, Justin Mason. 49 seconds to go in the first period. Middlehurst at the draw. Won by the Terriers. Puck sitting in some skates. Critchley gets a piece of it. Middlehurst comes up with the puck. In over the blue line. Looking for a play. Kraus with the shot. Lobbed down by the Terriers goalie. Middlehurst take the draw, won by the Terriers to the near boards. Played behind the net to the far to their bench. Kept in there by Hobor. Terriers pick it up, fire at the opposite this direction. Mason, applying pressure. Terriers send it the opposite side again. Picked off by Middlehurst, nobody there. Terriers played off the glass. Lifted up the neutral ice. Picked off by Hobor. He'll get that to Kraus. The backhands at center ice. Terriers just dump it in. And that'll go for icing right at the end of the period. Here we go to start the second period. Brown in to take the draw. In some feet, he'll win it. Fires it off the far boards into the Terrier zone. They'll just dump it back out. Arkema gets the puck in deep. They have to clear the zone to offside. Terriers. Shot. Rebound. Picked up by Campbell. Fired to the Arkema. He'll get it out. Brown with a good stick. Chips it into the Terrier zone. Still at the blue line. Kept in by Arkema. Arkema to Brown. Brown along the far boards. Lets one go. High and wide of the net. Rebound. Comes to Campbell at the point. Campbell lets one go. Just wide of the net. Tribble. Good pinch. Keeps the play in there deep. Tribble along the far corner. Nugent comes in to help. Terriers get a piece of the puck. Send it around the far side. Centering attempt. Arkema. Shot. Tipped just over the net. Tribble. Pinched again. Centered it. Shot. Bouncing over the goalie. Arkema with a good hit there. Terriers get a piece of it and they'll send it the length of the ice. That'll go for icing. Middlehurst in to take the draw. He'll win it to Clark. Clark just has it stolen off him. Terriers chip it in from the red line. On net, Patrica will cover that for the whistle. 13:34 to play in the second period. Middlehurst wins the draw, plays it behind his net. Hobor over to Thompson. Thompson leaves it in the corner. Puck comes back to Hobor in the far corner. To the blue line. Middlehurst gets it to Martin. Martin just couldn't quite handle that pass. Terriers in their zone. Stretch pass. Picked off by Thompson. He'll play it off the boards to the blue line. Not out. Shot. Pad save. Rebound. Shot. Top corner. Brown in to take the draw. He'll win it forward. Critchley in over the blue line. Lets one go. Just wide of the net. Terriers fire it to the point. Kept in by Krause. Mason with the shot. Wide of the net. Rebound comes all the way to center ice. Picked up by Campbell. Campbell at the blue line. Tipped forward by a glove. Krause gets a piece of it to get it off to the wall, out to the boards. Campbell to Krause. Krause gets hammered. Puck comes to the Orangeville blue line. Shot. Tipped in front and scores. Brown in to take the draw. He'll win it back to Krause. Krause to Campbell. Campbell up to Critchley at center ice. Critchley gets bumped. Gets the puck to Campbell. To the blue line and out. Brown. Patient with it. Gets it across to Krause. Krause up to Mason. Mason lets it go to Critchley. Critchley gets it back to Krause. Krause lets one. Shot blocked in front. Loose puck. Still in the Terrier zone. Brown gets bumped along the boards. And the Terriers are going to the box. 4 minutes for head contact. Middlehurst in, take the draw. Won by the Terriers. They'll get it to the blue line. Hobart with the shot. Bobbled by the goalie, but he'll keep it in. Flyers will reset. Try that one again. Middlehurst in, take the draw. Won by the Terriers this time. They'll fire it around. Hobart gets there first. Wins it, gets it to Nugent in the near corner. Nugent throws it on net. Loose puck out front. Picked up by the Terriers. They'll fire it off the near boards. That'll go down the length of the ice. Patrica out to play it. He'll set it up for Hobart. Hobart gives it to Middlehurst. Pass intercepted by the Terriers. Shot. That saved by Patrica. Terriers pick up the puck. Middlehurst, centering attempt, picked off, shot, glove down by Patrica. Nope, he'll let it go. Middlehurst to Tribble back to Hobart. Backhands that to the blue line, gets dumped into the bench. Tribble brings it out himself. In over the Flyers blue line, he'll get bumped. Loose puck. Cleared out of the Terrier zone, all the way down to the Flyers goalie. They'll set it up for Hobor. Hobor. In over the blue line. Just offside. .233 to go in the Flyers power play. Brown at the draw. Wins it forward. Over the blue line. Clark gets a backhand. Terriers get a piece of it and send it down the ice. Side of the net. Thompson picks up the loose puck. To Critchley at center ice, or at the blue line. Off of Clark's foot. Brown picks it up in the Flyer zone and regroups. Skates around the Terriers player. To the blue line, just outside. Campbell across to Thompson. Thompson off the boards behind Critchley. Terriers will dump it out the other direction. Thompson to his own blue line. Backhands it off the boards to the Terriers blue line. Into the zone. Thompson gets taken down. And the Terriers will send it out back down the ice. Campbell behind his skates. Backhands it. Gets it to Brown. Brown to Thompson. Thompson cross to Critchley. Critchley in over. Plays it. Skates it in deep. Behind the net. Critchley to Clark at the blue line. Clark across to Campbell. Campbell lets one go. Shot tipped wide of the net. Terriers backhand that down the ice. Campbell plays it to the Orangeville blue line and out. Clark picks up that loose puck and sends it into the Terrier zone. Ooh, they'll just rifle it back down. 1 minute to go in the penalty. Campbell taking his time. Played to center ice. Across to Critchley, who gets bumped. Terriers bring it back in the Flyers zone. Weak shot. Wide of the net. Campbell to the near boards to Clark. He'll backhand that to center ice. Terriers will lift that back into the Flyers zone. Thompson behind the net to Campbell. Campbell to Middlehurst. And over the blue line. Middlehurst centers it in front. Mason with a piece of it. Shot, scores! Orangeville goal by number 22, Justin Mason. 7:59 to go in the second period. Middlehurst in to take the draw. Loose puck picked up by the Terriers. Hobor gets a good backhand, gets it to the far boards, to the blue line, kept in. Terriers will dump it back in behind the Orangeville net. Played off the boards to the blue line and out. Middlehurst. He's got some help. Middlehurst. Bit of a hook. To the blue line. Hobor tried to get it to Mason. Mason at the blue line keeps it in. Terriers pick up the puck. Middlehurst bumps his man. And Terriers get a piece of it and bring it out. Hobor to Krause. Krause back to Hobor. Hobor stabs at it, gets it up to Martin. Martin couldn't get it all the way into the Terrier zone. Terriers deep in the Flyer zone. Centering pass. Tipped wide. Middlehurst to Martin in some traffic. Mason couldn't get it out of the neutral zone. Terriers with the shot. Deflected high and wide. Terriers still with possession in the Flyer zone. Played to the boards, the blue line. Backhanded out by Nugent. Up to Mason. Mason lets another one go. Blocker save there. Rebound comes to the near boards. Terriers pick it up. In over the Flyers blue line. Krause. A shot wide of the net. Terriers play back to the blue line. Lets one go, shot. Just over his blocker. Looks like the Flyers are going to change their goalie. Tough night for Patricia. Fitzgerald in for the Flyers. Brown takes the draw. From off the draw, won by the Terriers. They'll bring it in. Stay on side. Campbell with the puck. Plays it off the boards to Nugent. Nugent throws it to the blue line, kept in. Bad save by Fitzgerald. Brown at his blue line, gets helped out of the zone. Gets the puck up to Nugent. Terriers steal it, get it through the blue line and out. Tribble. Intercepts that, gets it to Nugent at center ice. He'll get bumped. Arakima at center ice, plays it around one man. Couldn't carry the puck in. Terriers dump it in deep and go for a change. Tribble to Brown. Back to Tribble. He'll let it go to Campbell. Campbell to Arkema. Arkema at center ice to Critchley. Critchley pokes at it, gets it over the zone. Terriers regroup, send it back down into the Flyers' territory. Tribble. He'll get bumped behind the net. Puck comes out to the Terriers player who was pinching. Arkema lifts it over the Terriers defenseman. Backhands it to off the side of the net. Arkema plays it in deep. Brown. Delayed penalty. Terriers going to the box. Shot. And Terriers will touch it for the whistle. Terriers penalty, 2 minutes. Middlehurst in to take the draw, won by the Terriers. They'll fire it around to the far boards, kept in there by Tribble. He'll dump it in, picked up by the Terriers. He'll change directions, get it to the blue line. Campbell wins that race, gets it into Middlehurst. Middlehurst tries to get it across to Mason, intercepted, and the Terriers will dump it down the ice. Campbell behind his net. Sends it up to Clark. He'll touch it. Terriers get a piece of it at the center ice. And puck goes in deep. Terriers just lift it up. Back into the Flyer zone. Campbell to Mason. Mason winds up. Runs into some traffic. Puck at center ice. Mason gets it to Campbell. Campbell across the Tribble. Tribble gets it into the blue line. Sends it in deep. Terriers with the puck behind their net. It's to the blue line and out. Campbell giving chase. Picks it up in the near corner. Backhands that to the opposite side. Terriers player overskate the puck. Clark, Tribble, battling along the boards. Mason in to help them out. Clark gets it up to Middlehurst. Middlehurst in over the blue line. Sends it a mile past Mason. That puck will go all the way down in the Orangeville zone. Terriers are there first. Mason on his man. Bumps him in the far corner. Hobart in to help him out. And Thompson. And Brown. Brown comes up with it and gets tripped. Brown gets it to Critchley. Brown at center ice. In over the blue line. Lets one go. Shot. Loose puck. Brown gets a piece of it. And he couldn't put it in. Terriers penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. 2:45 to play in the second period. I don't know. Brown gets waved out of the draw. Critchley, nope. Arkema to take it. Terriers win it. Near corner, fired around the boards to the blue line. Thompson there at center ice, picks it up. Cross ice to Hobor. Hobor back to Thompson. Thompson stretch pass to Arkema. He'll step around 1, 2. Arkema over the blue line, lets one go, shot. Huge rebound, picked up by the Terriers. They'll rifle that down the length of the ice. Hobor picks it up. Terriers take it off of him. Loose puck behind the Flyers net. Hobor sends it to the near corner. Brown in. Picks it up. Fires it to the far side. Critchley to Thompson. Thompson stretched to Brown, picked off by the Terriers. Thompson picks up the loose puck deep in the Orangeville zone, lifts that center ice to Brown, in over the blue line. Brown to Critchley. Critchley behind the net. Gets it to Hobor at the point. Hobor lets one go, shot blocked in front by the Terriers. You'll feel that. Hobor, shot, and they'll get a whistle. They're offsetting penalties. Oh, looks like Terriers got an extra man in the box. Five on three for 39 seconds. Minute 24 to go in the second period. Middlehurst in to take the draw. Doing it to the far corner for Arkema. And give him a hand. Up and out. Middlehurst with the puck. Setting it up. Cross ice to Mason. Mason just couldn't connect on that one-timer. Terriers get the puck to the Orangeville blue line. Thompson to Hobor. Hobor back to Thompson. Thompson will carry it in. Leave it there for Mason. Mason back to nope. Terriers get a piece of it. And skated the opposite direction. Shot off the mask. 1 minute to go in the second period. Thompson. One penalty's done. Shot blocked, sent wide. Middlehurst picks up the loose puck. Throws it towards the net. Arkema got a piece of it, not enough to get it on net. Terriers will fire that down the ice. Fitzgerald out to play it. They'll send it to the near corner rather. Thompson bumps his man. Loose puck. Kick to the corner by Thompson. Thompson gets bumped, gets it to Middlehurst. And Thompson's getting taken down. Orangeville penalty, 2 minutes for holding. Middlehurst in to take the draw. He'll win it back. Campbell, picks up the puck. 7 seconds to go. Campbell to Arkema at the blue line. Shot. Steered wide. Campbell, he'll just hold it there behind the net. That'll do it for the second period. look like they're sleeping.
Come on, boys.
They are. Yep. Brown takes the draw, wins it back to Campbell. Campbell fires it down in the Terrier zone. Goalies have to play it. Kind of bobbles a bit. Terriers begin to break out. Get the puck to the Flyers' blue line and in. Centering attempt, blocked by Brown. He'll send that length of the ice. 12 seconds left in the Terriers' penalty. Terriers into the Flyers' zone. Shot blocked by Hobart. He'll pick up the loose puck. Fire it off the boards and go to the length of the ice. So 5-on-3 for a minute. Terriers behind their net. Right up to their blue line and they'll skate it out. Cross ice. In over the blue line. Offside. Middlehurst in to take the draw. On forward by the Terriers into the Flyer zone. Campbell pinches his man along the boards. Up in the corner. To the Flyers blue line. Back in. Shot blocked in front. And the rebound goes to the far corner. Terriers cycling the puck around the Flyer zone. Send it in deep. Shot on the side of the net. Campbell almost had that. Shot high over the net. Rebound comes to the near boards. Play back to the point. Shot. Covered by Fitzgerald. Shot and catch save. Ten seconds to go on Orangeville's penalty. Clark in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. To the point. Shot. Bad save. At Fitzgerald. Clark in. Won by the Terriers. Shot. That was a bullet. And they score. We are back to 5-on-5. Brown in to take a draw. He'll win it to the near boards to Tribble. Tribble plays it up center ice to Brown. Brown in over the blue line. Gets bumped. Clark in to help him out. Gets the puck in deep. Terriers pick it up. Clark missed his man. And the Terriers lift that to center ice. Chipping into the Flyer zone. Veering attempt by Thompson. Picked off by the Terriers, but played back into the Flyer zone. Krause Throws to Clark at the blue line. He'll play it off the boards, get it center ice. Terriers pick it up and regroup. Terriers off the far board. Hobor to Clark. Clark in the blue over the blue line. Couldn't handle it. Krause keeps it in the blue line. Gets it to Middlehurst. Middlehurst sends it to Clark. Clark dumps it back in. Terriers along the boards. Krause pinches. Sends it in deep. Terriers into the Orangeville zone. Through some legs. Terriers pick up that loose puck. Krause on his man. It's a piece of him. Middlehurst picks up that loose puck and skates it out. Middlehurst through the defender's leg. Shot. Blocker saved by Terriers. Rebound comes all the way up to the blue line. Hobor sends it cross ice to Arkema. Arkema in his own zone. Mishandled that puck. Shot. Blocker saved by Fitzgerald. Terriers back into the Flyer zone. Middlehurst behind the net. He'll follow his man out. Terriers send it back in deep. Right out front. Shot. Scores. Mason in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. They'll fire that in the Flyer zone. That'll go for icing. .10:37 to go in the third period. Mason in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. To the near corner, played behind their net. Brown applying pressure, and Martin. Terriers played off the boards. Thompson pinches. Pass behind the Terriers net. To their blue line and out. Mason catches an edge. Terriers into the Flyer zone. Cross ice to nobody. Shot locked in front by Thompson. Mason to Thompson. Thompson off the boards to Brown to Martin. Martin's trying to push it forward over the blue line. Terriers come up with it. Thompson steering his man out. Shot. Glove saved by Fitzgerald. Campbell gets bumped in the far corner. Nobody knows where the puck is. Thompson pushes his man out from in front of the net. Brown. Backhand to Mason just out of his reach. Shot. Glove down by Thompson. Shot. Save. Puck behind the Orangeville net. Picked up by Campbell. He'll backhand that one to the blue line. Not out. Martin battles for it. Gets it to the blue line and he'll get that out of the Orangeville zone. Terriers regrouping. Send it up to center ice. Into the Flyer zone. They'll just dump it deep. Shot off the side of the net. Bouncing puck. Comes to the point. Shot. Tipped in front. And goes to the near corner. Terrier still with the puck deep in the Orangeville zone. Skating around. Cross ice shot. Blocker save. Critchley tried to get it to Middlehurst. Both Flyers defenders standing around, not moving their feet. Terriers back deep in the Flyer zone with the puck. Up to the point. Shot blocked by Critchley. And Terriers just dumped that puck back in the Flyer zone. Hobor. Pass. And Terriers come in offside. Middlehurst in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Clark gets a stick on it, gets it into the Terrier zone. And on the forecheck, Clark bumps his man. Puck comes back to Krause at the blue line. Terriers will chip that off the boards around him. Shot, weak shot. Easy save by Fitzgerald. Terriers with control of the puck. Comes up to Critchley. Critchley tries to get it to Clark. Puck somehow stays in the Flyer zone. Goes to the blue line, not out. Campbell behind his net. Gets bumped, gets the puck into the far corner. Critchley up to Middlehurst. At the blue line. He'll play it off the boards and out. Terriers in over the Flyer zone. Shot blocked by Campbell. You'll feel that one. Cross ice. Shot wide of the net. Terriers still with the puck. Thompson takes his man down. And he'll get bumped behind the net. Rose gets bumped near boards. Brown picks up the loose puck. In over the blue line. Brown centers it. Critchley has the stick lifted. And Brown gets taken down hard. Terriers are going to the box for that one. It's going. Terriers penalty, 2 minutes for roughing. Middlehurst in to take the draw, won by the Terriers. They'll get a piece of it to the blue line, not out. Thompson lets a shot go, love down by their goalie. Middlehurst in to take the draw again. Scrum off the draw. Middlehurst wins it. Shot by Mason just over the net. Rebound comes to Hobart at the blue line. We'll send it into Arkema. He lets it go behind the Terriers net. Played along the boards. Mason comes up with it. Back to Middlehurst. Middlehurst shoots just above the net. Terriers get a piece of it and they'll send it down the ice. Gets the zone, but has his pocket picked. Dribble to Arkema at the blue line. Arkema back to Krause. Krause to Critchley, and he'll backhand that one in. Arkema lets it go to Tribble. Tribble walks in. Shot just not in time. Stick by the Terriers. Tribble drops it back to Critchley. Critchley back to Tribble. Tribble lets the shot go. Gets the rebound on the stick. Arkema fires it on the net with a steep angle. Terriers behind their net. Lift the puck out of their zone and send it down the ice. Krause out to regroup. Gets it to Arkema at the blue line. He'll try to get it to Mason cross ice, but picked off by the Terriers. That'll do it for the Orillia penalty. Krause at his own blue line. Lifts it off the boards into the Terrier zone. Critchley in on the forecheck with Mason. Terriers come into the Flyer zone. Lots of traffic in front of the Flyers net. Puck comes to the near corner. Standing around, boys. Critchley fires it off the far boards to the blue line. Kept in. Again, Mason gets stood up. Shot to the head, no call. Terriers penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
4 minutes anytime.
200 feet away. You hear the click from the helmet. Open your eyes.
Right to the head. Twice in a row they did it too.
Middlehurst didn't take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Shot here to the blue line, just over Hobor's head. Hobor cross to Thompson. Thompson behind his net. Back to Hobor. Hobor sets it up for Middlehurst. Just out of his reach. Terriers chip that back in. Hobor to Clark. Clark back to Thompson. Back to Clark. Clark sets it up for Middlehurst. Thompson behind the net to the near boards to Hobor. Maybe skate. Terriers with the puck in the Flyer zone. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Middlehurst hits the brakes. At the blue line, gets it up to Martin. Martin mishandled it. Chipped in by the Terriers. He'll just pull that along the boards. Still some time. Middlehurst digs the puck out to the blue line to Clark. Clark's in over the blue line. Terriers get a piece of it and fire that down the ice. 45 seconds to go on the Flyers' power play. Mishandled. Picked up by the Terriers. Terriers will play that back into their zone. Cross ice, get deep in the Flyer zone. Holy. Critchley comes up with it, gets it to Tribble. Tribble to Clark. Clark over the blue line into some traffic. Afraid to get hit. Puck comes to Tribble at the blue line. Couldn't keep it in. To Kraus. Shot. Saved by Fitzgerald. 1:41 to go in the period. Puck comes to the Flyers' blue line. Kept in. Kraus changes directions. Critchley gets it out of the zone. Late to center ice. Kraus. Cross ice to Arkema. Arkema tries to get it to Tribble. Tribble sends it over. 1 minute to go in the third period. Middlehurst. Critchley. Puck in the near corner. Tribble pinches. Keeps the puck in deep. Terriers. Out over there. Way offside. Kraus. Cross ice to Arkema. Sends it cross ice to Critchley. Terriers steal it. 20 seconds to go in the period. The Terriers blue line into over the Orangeville zone. Kept in at the blue line. Low bore to Critchley. Thompson to the blue line, and out. That'll do it for the game.